What's going on, guys? Army-Firedawg back, and today I actually have a review video, not an unboxing, but a review video of a pair of earbuds I've had for about a year now, and I decided it's well overdue to give my impressions on them. So what I've got here are the Klipsch X7i's. These have been out for a while. These are their second to highest tier earphones, just under their flagships, the X11s. But in actually my personal opinion, I like these actually a lot more, and I'll get into that later. But when you first open your package and look at these buds, I mean, you just get a sense of class and like just luxury with these. So the body, hopefully you can get an image on that, is hand polished ceramic. It's not plastic. And if you've read any of the rest of my reviews or watched my videos, you know, if someone put their own time into anything on this as opposed to all being machine fabricated, huge bonus points for me. I love getting that hands-on feel from it. As a consumer, that makes me feel quite special. So you get that. But on a side note, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but when they're in your ear, especially for longer periods of time, like 2-3 hours, the ceramic doesn't get hot. It doesn't make your ears hot. In fact, it stays quite cool. And temperature-wise, I made a joke there. Haha. Anywho. Now moving on from not just the buds, but if you look at the cords, they're nice, flat, and quite abrasive resistant, but they're also tangle free. So you can carry them in the nice little carrying pouch they have, which is very sleek. So the space conscious travelers, I mean, you didn't really got to fret. These easily fit into a pocket or the shirt pocket if you're wearing a suit. The microphone is wonderful. When you have these on, I was actually worried when I first got these, the microphone, because it sits way down here. So you wouldn't think that would pick me up. But everyone I talked to said, when I asked them how I sounded, they said, yeah, you sound wonderful, you sound really clear. I got a lot of compliments from the microphone on here, which would make sense because Klipsch have really good mics on their earbuds. I don't think they actually make microphones. So going back up, the tips, and I wanted to say this for later on as far as the construction part of this review, is patented to them. They're oval shaped. If you can see on that how it's more like a bullet shape. This eases its way into your ear as opposed to just wedging it, which is how all semicircle or your standard buds do. So these are actually the only tips. Fun fact for you, these are the only tips I actually enjoy using, other than the memory foam, the Comply memory foam tips, because they form fit. It's my ear size, but these I love. They're very comfortable. Now, if you move on to the horn, you can see it's actually angled. What this does is it actually uses the canal of your ear to help it support its own weight, as opposed to using your tragus, which is what this here is called. That adds a lot of comfort, longer durations of periods of time, and it isolates significantly better with just this slight curve as opposed to the straight in. Now, a flaw I have in the construction already, and it is one of them that is quite prevalent, is the actual cable itself. These are very, very prone to feedback. And what I mean by this is when I'm listening to them, first off, just talking, it's very annoying in my head. Like, I can't hear anything surrounding. It's just my voice overdoes everything. Now, that's usually standard with earbuds, but these takes it a little bit to the too much degree. But honestly, I can get over that because I don't talk too much when I have music playing. But, and this is the big kicker, right here, any brush at all from about your microphone up, you hear just the most annoying racket sound I can imagine. So it really deters from listening to these. So these are absolutely not for working out, any weightlifting activity, cardio, etc. Because all you're going to hear is yeah, funny sound, but that's what you're going to hear. It doesn't really enjoy it. And also, these don't stay in that well with the silicone. Now with the complies, they stay in a little bit better, but when you walk around, they do tend to slide out a little bit. But that's my only complaint in terms of the construction of these. Alright. Now, moving on to the most important factor of these, and that is the sound quality. The sound on these are just so very nice. They are bright. These are a brighter earphone, but absolutely not cold. The highs on these, Klipsch's are known for their highs. From their speakers I listen to, whether it be the towers or the Bluetooth speakers, your phone docks, to the earphones. Klipsch has some of the most beautiful treble I have ever heard and still continue to hear. And these are no exception. It is just so clean. The energy transfer from the song to your own emotion is just fluid. A perfect example of these, listen to the song All Season by Yanni. If I pronounced his name correctly, you can easily find it on YouTube. It's about an 8-minute video. Very, very energetic. Every instrument, different instrument that's playing is just very energy filled. The audience is in it, and you feel it, or you should feel it on a good pair of buds. These absolutely deliver that energy. So, moving on to the mids, the upper mids are still very clean. They're biased towards the highs, so you will notice a very subtle heightening of a pitch of the artist's voice you're listening to. I first noticed this when I was listening to Five Finger Death Punch, and I believe his name is Evan, who's the singer. Listen to these, his voice sounded just a smidge higher than I know what it sounds, because I listened to that music quite a bit. But I did notice they sound a little bit higher than what he naturally talks like. Now, here is also a potential downside, but not enough for me to mark any points off of it. But the mids, lower mids, and upper bass is very recessed. Like the highs are very increased, and then it's actually, if I had to say, it's a very linear response on these. I mean, it goes from beautiful and just keeps going down, and kind of mellows off on about the mid bass to bass line. But I can tell while listening, I was listening to the only rap I have, but I had like 1 or 2 songs from Eminem, and he was singing, and I was like, I could hardly hear his voice sounded kind of muffled, as opposed to on any other headphones I listen to that are mid-focused. I did notice that slight recession. And on the upper bass, it didn't sound like it was hitting as heavy as I know it would. Now, moving on to the bass side, though these are bright, these do have a wonderfully detailed bass. I mean, I would almost put these on par with the Planar Magnetic 3s from Oppo I listened to, which I'll leave a link to that video in the description so you can compare my notes. But beautifully, I mean, very, very accurate. Actually, these I could tell on a live recording, when they hit the snare drum, I actually heard that reverberation. If they left that, I don't know what it's called, but it's like little metal beads on the bottom of it. I heard it, that reverb on there. I've never heard that except for on here. Now granted, that would kind of fall into the higher pitches, which is what these are known for. But I was astounded by that. The snares really shine on these things. The rest of it is, you still get that bass hump, but you could get some more. Now, also, if you know something about me, I like a nice warm sound. Again, I said the Bowers & Wilkins P7 is my current benchmark for what I like in audio. But despite that, I would not change nothing about these, how they sound. They just flow perfectly with what I believe the engineer was going for. They're wonderfully crafted. The sound quality is super smooth. And also, on a real quick note, going back to the sound, this is just a general summary of it. These are the binaural capabilities, or how lifelike things sound, how like left and right, how easily distinguishable, is world class. I mean, these are stunning for earbuds. These are by far, sub-elite class, $1,000 plus products. The best for binaural I have currently heard. I actually would put these over their X11 models as far as binaural or soundstage cues, surround cues, and their accuracy. Wonderful. Alright, now in summary, I've kind of talked a lot about these, but also it feels like I haven't talked that much because earbuds are very simplistic. When I go to cans, you can talk about much more. There's much more to the fit of cans and on-ears than you got in-ears. These are pretty simple. But again, in summary, these are a very sleek and sophisticated looking earphone. So it don't matter if you're just an average audio nut wanting a good looking pair of earbuds that still sound nice, or you're a professional who still enjoys your music but you want to look classy. These absolutely establish that role. It's stunningly establish that role. The sound can listen to both relaxing, so if you're just sitting back just enjoying the music, or you can be critical with these. That's pretty good on the workhorse side. The durability, like I said, I've had these. I bought them in December of last year, right before Christmas, and they're still in perfect shape. And these are used quite a bit. These are very, very easily burnt in by now. I would easily say these probably have about 100, 200 and something hours of listening, not just playing random music, but actually listening to them. These get some hours put in. But that's actually about it, guys. That sums up my review of the Klipsch X7i's. Also, these retail for $199.99 from their website. I'll leave a link to them so you can check them out yourself in the description box down below. But that's all from me. As always, my name's Army-Firedawg. Be safe. Catch you next time. If you like my videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, my friends, stay safe.